Hello everyone, Kali Muscle here. I'm here to talk about a serious matter. For those that don't know me, I'm a recipient. I had a heart attack, November 2021. I never thought it would happen to me. Bodybuilding must be stopped. Did 11 years in prison, ate crappy food. I'm told top ramen, honey buns, Snickers, sardines, kipper snacks, potato chips every day. When I did get out, I ate fast food. And so I always contributed my fast metabolism or my great genetics as the reason I was able to eat like that and still be jacked up, cut, and ripped. You know what I mean? Always had my 8-pack abs no matter what I ate. But I always knew from a child that I had issues because I did get migraines, severe migraines that was like mini strokes. From the time I was about 15 years old till I was 31, and they were debilitating. I would train whatever football, wrestling, track in the evening, then I would work out. From the ages of, like I say, 15 to about 26, bad. I would have projectile, throwing up and numb on one side, my vision would go. So a lot of people don't know the cost that it took for me to get to looking phenomenal. 2009, when I accumulated a lot of money, I decided to invest in myself and start competing in bodybuilding because I saw it as something positive. It changed my life. It made me who I was. I started working out at 12. From then, I went to prison. I was already looked at as a shot caller, a phenomenon. I was looked at as phenom because I caught my case while I was going to Fresno State playing football, and so I already looked like a bodybuilder. So I decided when I got out, I was going to become a stripper and a personal trainer. And first week out, I was stripping big strip shows, and I was a personal trainer again at 24 Hour Fitness. I started working as a kid, 10th grade to 12th grade, when it was 24-hour knowledge, the first one in the country. So I always had a drive and goal to be the best I could be. Fast forward to 2009, after I do all the prison stuff, I went back 4 times. I decided to compete in bodybuilding because of an event I had with Jay Cutler. He made me look like a little boy, and I said, hey, what's the difference between that man and me? I could be swole just like him. So I started researching all these chemicals and steroids and how to become a pro bodybuilder, and all I had was Google. I didn't know nobody from Oakland per se that was a pro bodybuilder, and the ones I knew that did national shows, they had this big ego, so they didn't want to help me. So I had to research everything. I had one guy named Terry, shout out to Terry, that helped me. Did a show in 2009, Orange County Classic, won overall, well not overall, I won heavyweight. Out of 20 guys that been doing bodybuilding shows for years. So I'm like, I got something here. Maybe, I keep going. So I moved to LA 2010. And my whole focus when I moved to LA was to become a pro bodybuilder. That was it. So I kept doing shows, winning shows, came out with my life story, Monster, the Kali Muscle story. And that catapulted my career like I never expected. I never wanted to be famous or a celebrity. I was a all-out street guy at this point. My thoughts was always violent. I was a product of the hood, of this gangster mentality, of this killer mentality, pack guns, rob, and what you guys see rappers do. I lived that lifestyle for real. I seen Ronnie Coleman in videos with his Hummers, his Rolls Royce, and all these cars. I seen Jay Cutler, I seen Flex Wheeler, I seen, Sean Ray, all these guys, man. I'm like, man, that look like it's the way to go. I'm buff. Of course knew I had to work on my legs more because in prison, we couldn't do legs. And if you did, I got sent to the hole for doing legs. I did 90 days in solitary confinement for having a guy on my shoulder because they took out the weights in California prisons. So I would put my workout partners on my shoulders, do squats. But of course, that wasn't enough. to make my legs the size of pro bodybuilders. And I got into acting. And so that's when I started seeing myself on TV. And I didn't like that look, that puffy look, that juiced up look. I didn't never like it. And so that's why you would see videos of me with my weight fluctuations. There was times where I was like, man, I don't want to be big like that. It looks stupid. And so I would trim all the way down, and I wouldn't take no steroids and none of that, because I didn't never know about steroids till I was 34 years old in 2009. And I was always scared of having health problems. You know, I had a fear of having heart attacks, strokes. I seen all the old school bodybuilders that Mike Mentzer, Andre Munzer, even Arnold had heart problems, and you know, Sylvester Stallone, all these people that was jacked were having health problems, and I noticed it then, you know, so that's why when I would do performance enhancing stuff, I would do it like 5-6 months out of the year. Bodybuilding, you know, the reason I say it must be stopped, firstly, there's no medical. You know what I mean? These guys taking all these health risks, and as we see, they dying in their 40s. I almost died. And I didn't know about Royce. I was 34. I was like, oh, I'm a late bloomer, so maybe it won't happen to me because I'm not going to overdo stuff. And, you know, like I said, I was a late bloomer. Now you got guys 15, 16 years old using steroids, which is stupid to me. They wanted me to come up front and say what I was doing. And me, it's just like rappers now. They promote dope drugs in their videos and their music. So that make kids want to do it, right? If we glorifying it. So I was against that. When I grew up, if you smoked marijuana, you was a to us. You was soft, you know what I mean? We looked at dope fiends as rats. Like, oh, they go, if you got any dope fiends around you do a crime, they go rats, so they get out and do their dope. Weed to us was dope, and it still is in my eyes. You know, coming out of prison, we used to talk bad about guys on steroids. Oh, those roided up bodybuilders, just like you guys at View do. And the reason I come to find out that a lot of guys talk about it because they don't know how to get it. Because it's not bad. You know, it's used for TRT, cancer patients, AIDS patients, kids that can't grow. My wife, she got a steroid shot when they thought she was about to have the babies prematurely. So it's not bad. If you drink enough water, you could die. So anything you do, you can do too much of. There's no medical. Like me now, I get checked every 90 days to 4 months, like extensive EKG, echocardiogram, blood work. When I was bodybuilding, I'm like, I'm not getting checked. I know they go tell me I got a high blood pressure, cholesterol problem, because I'm taking this juice. So everybody, you know, it's only a select few I know of that did it right. And those were the elite that had a guru. You know, like I know like Hani and George Fred, like those guys make their guys go get tested and they want to see their blood work. But majority, 95% don't. Because we was scared. I was scared to go to the doctor to get a physical. Because I don't want him to tell me something I didn't want to hear. Money. Like, how can you say you're a pro bodybuilder, IFBB, you got it in your title, but you got to pay? Bro, what is this, man? My last show I won, 2014 West Coast Classic. Took overall, won overall. All the gurus contacted me and they sent me a list of foreign objects that I would have to inject in my body. I said, I'm done. Like, it don't make sense, bro. Like, I come from a environment where everything was to progress financially, not regress, not risk your health. You know what I mean? I had lived through all my violent little tirades, and so I'm like, why would I risk my health now that I made it out of prison and shootouts and all this stuff? Y'all, you know, using these guys as guinea pigs, because that's how I look back. Like, it just, you're a test dummy. taking all these roids and HGH, IGF, insulin, and I thought it was some money to be made, so I was involved in it. I know I did over 14 shows, and I lost a substantial amount of money, over maybe $1 million. You gotta fly yourself to the show, you gotta get a hotel, you gotta take all these roids, you gotta buy all this food, and we don't wanna get to the food. All these bodybuilders, fitness people, overeating. That's why their stomachs engorged, that's why they look puffy. They take creatine, protein, all this stuff that your body don't even register. You know what I mean? Your body don't know what it is, so it go into fight or flight mode and retains water or fat. That's why guys are puffy now. They don't look cut like the guys did in the 80s. They don't have the beautiful physiques. They do an off season where they get puffed all up and mess up their health. Then they trim down, mess up their health more because you gotta take clenbuterol and T3 to trim down. It's the most unhealthy sport there is, if you want to call it a sport. It's just terrible. It's no purpose for it, bro. I see bodybuilding on its way out, phasing out. And I agree. Too many people die, bro. For what? For nothing. And they dying broke. We got to do a GoFundMe. They don't even have life insurance, which is only $100 a month. And I don't want to pinpoint the people I know personally that have health problems because of bodybuilding. But it's sad, bro, to see them go through this pain and heart attacks. It's pointless. It just reminds me of friends I lost in the street life. Like I look back now, like this man died over owing somebody $100, $500. Here it is, we dying just to have unnatural looking muscles. All y'all bodybuilders out there, man, quit, bro. You go die young. Simple as that, man. I was 46. Luckily, I lived through it. I had my heart attack the same day as Sean Roden. I just didn't announce it because I didn't want to, overshadow his death or whatever. Men could have still be alive. Cedric, Sean, George Peterson, Mountain Dog. The list goes on, man. I look at all these people, even myself, look great without steroids and just being natural. Everybody. I look at Ronnie Coleman. Man, that man looked like a specimen before he got all swelled up like that. He looked better to me before he started winning Mr. Olympia. Protein powders, like people, they swear up and down. They be ready to kill me. People that's with companies right now, I mean, they defend it. If you gotta defend something like that, it's bad, bro. Water is good for you, right? You don't have to defend it. If it's good for you, you shouldn't have to defend it. You could Google creatine. Oh, nothing wrong with it. Yeah, it's the maker that's making the ad. It is. I went to the doctor, take a creatine. My creatinine level was through the roof, which caused liver and kidney problems. Protein powders is scum. It's the bottom grade when they get done curing milk. And milk ain't even for human consumption. Call them bots. People that just fall for anything. The only thing I got from bodybuilding, competing in bodybuilding shows, was learning the science of the body, the anatomy, the physiology, the nutrition. I learned all that, so I feel I'm more equipped than any guru because I was experimenting on myself, basically, with food, with the drugs, with supplements, which nobody never seen me take a protein powder. I took a weight gain a few times, serious mass. My supplements is all I take. And that's what I, recommend for everybody to do because I'm living. You go see me take my supplements and I ain't gonna take that stuff if it's gonna kill me. I would stop it, period. Who won it last year? Ramy, Big Ramy. He won 300, 400,000, right? But he didn't win it because he spent like $5 million to get that 400,000. When you go have a LLC trust account, you got to file taxes and all that, bro. That's not a win. That's a L. That's you know what I mean. Like everybody winning these, Mr. Olympia 400,000. Ask Phil Heath, ask him. And that's the problem I got as well. None of these guys are talking to you guys about the real. None of them talking to us. Kai, where you at? Phil, where you at? let these people know really what's going on, bro. Because we sitting up here letting these people die. Y'all letting, you know what I mean, the next generation, you pumping them up to be all swole. You not telling them your health problems. Ain't nobody, all these excuse my friend, got health problems. All of them, bro. A year on juice, you gonna have health problems. Ankles go puff up. That's a sign your blood pressure, heart trying to figure out what's going on. Your body trying to, bro, let them know, man. That's the thing I hate. Nobody letting people know the dangers, man. And believe me, I never want to die. I never thought I'd have a health problem. I was one of you that's viewing. Bro, like, he old, bro, this coming from a hood dude. Where I come from, muscles don't mean nothing. It's about who got the most bodies, who making the most money, who got the flashiest cars, all that. So muscles never was my life. Was like, they my life for being fit and doing whatever I can to live as long as I can, being healthy. But I never cared about being the strongest, the buffest guy. I know that came with that, an early death. Do it as a hobby, stay fit. You can look phenomenal without going on the stage in a Speedo to get no money, to invest your money. It's a scam, bro. Causing people to die, bro. They don't know. If you ain't a chemist, which I think is only one, Honey. I think he got his degree as a chemist or something. Everybody else experimenting. They reading what a chemist or somebody experimented with. You don't know. Diuretic. You die. Man, I remember some shows I took diuretics, I almost died. Fit and I gotta be healthy. I got 2-year-old twins, man. I gotta live for it, and man, I just want these bodybuilders to come out and tell people the real. All these fake little newscasters on here, and they ain't even competed at y'all level. They ain't even experienced what y'all experienced, but they giving their opinions. You know what I mean? They concoct up the little news set and this guy, what it is, they infatuated with bodybuilders. You know what I mean? And they found a niche to talk about bodybuilders. They ain't even competed, bro. And if they did one show and got blew out the water. So y'all need to come out that's pros, that's recognized, and tell people the real, bro. So with that, man, I'm done because this is it's sad, man. Cedric died the other day of ego, and you know, I see videos. He knew he had health problems. He tried to warn y'all, and he was letting us know, man. He was a messenger. So that's what I am to you guys now, a messenger, man. Been through it, bro. All aspects of life I could talk about and I've experienced. You know what I mean? So, man, I love those who love me. Keep pushing for success. I hope this video touched some people to wake up, because you go die young, bro, if you do that bodybuilding stuff. Love you.
Click here to watch another awesome video from Cali Muscle. And if you support the channel, hit the subscribe button.